to operate the lifts, there are two controls. This control is for the one closest to the kitchen garage door, and this control is for the one furthest away from the kitchen garage door. Push the button up to make it go up. Then you'll notice that there's some slack on the safety cable. Use this grabber to hook and take loose the safety cable. You'll see it hangs loose, and now nothing but the winch is holding it up. So now we're going to come over here to this side and also unlatch the safety cable. There we go. On the controller, the down button can be pressed, and there it comes down. Let it touch the floor, but don't unwind a whole bunch of cable in the attic once it hits the ground. Just stop pressing down. Now you can access the contents of the rack without getting on a ladder. You can get all your stuff out of here or put into here that you want. I recommend these boxes. They came from Sam's, I believe, or Costco a while back. So when you're all done accessing, the up button will raise it. Hold the button down until it stops by itself. Then release the button. Now we'll take our handy bar here, or grab bar, and hook to the hooks in the ceiling. Make sure that all three hooks are hooked. Other side, same story. Now, I'm going to take tension off of the winch. This makes sure that there's no tension on the winch, and these cables are a little bit slack. Again, I don't want to let a bunch of slack loose in the ceiling. That's why I only push the button for a moment. And now the rack is resting very thoroughly on these hooks, and that's what's really holding it up. If some of these hooks or all the hooks were to give out and fall out completely, it's okay, because the winch would still be holding the rack up. So it's a double safetied. Now I can park a car under here. Periodically inspect all of the components. Make sure that these nuts are not loose and that the cable is not frayed or torn or in any way having a problem anywhere in any of these connections. You can make sure that this plastic pipe is not cracked and messed up. Make sure that the little feet that hold the bar into the rack itself are engaged and it looks like it's in good shape on all four corners. And make sure that there's no tension on the cable going up into the ceiling to the winch. Again, right here, make sure there's no frays, kinks, or problems with the cable, and it all looks in good shape, and the connections to the safe rack are in good shape. Make sure that all these little caps are glued on, because that's what provides you protection from getting poked, because those cable ends are rather sharp. Up in the ceiling, go up in the attic, walk over to the winch and inspect it for cable frays, kinks, problems with the cable, problems with the wiring, and problems with the pulleys. Inspect the pulley hardware to make sure that they are screwed all the way, down onto their U-bolts, and the U-bolts are in good shape. You'll notice that the U-bolts are all secured with nuts that are Nylock nuts, so they won't tend to back out, but check them anyway. And inspect the system, or have a handyman go up there and inspect it at least once a year or so, just to make sure that everything's in operation. If you raise and lower this rack, 30 or 40 times a month, you might want to inspect up there in the attic a little bit more often than once a year, just to make sure that all the cables are secure and there's no cable fraying.